Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. You can use this as your lo-fi rain. So today I'm going to show you how to make lo-fi beats to study to. The key to lo-fi is that you want to try and keep away from a lot of distracting things. You want something very calming and low frequency. I'll show you something in FL that a lot of people don't know is right inside of FL. So make sure you smash that like button to add energy to this video and subscribe if you're new, because we are training producers all around the world on how to make music. So you're going to get these loops for free. I'll leave a link below, or you could just go to www.producercommunity.net to get these loops for free. It's in the power pack. So we're just going to grab a piano loop that gives us a vibe. So I want something that's just, this sounds relaxing. Yeah, that's very relaxing. Let's grab that. And another thing, you just need a rain sample. You can grab this anywhere online. Rain, just rainfall. It doesn't have to be like a magical sample. Okay. We're just going to cut the sample so that it can loop at 8 bars or so. Just some even point. Doesn't really matter where we cut the sample. And then we're going to hit Control B to latch paste the rain all the way through. So once you drag in your rain sample, you could just hit Control B after you cut it to the bar. And if you don't see these lines, go to Snap to Grid. Bar mode, go to slice mode, and you can left click and just do that slice like I did. Okay, so now we have the loop in here. We have to read the information. So it says 157 B flat minor. So we have to change the BPM to 157 so that we don't have to do all this weird stuff to time stretch. And now we can go to song mode and hit play. So right now it's loud. Okay, everything's loud. It's fighting for attention. So the first thing we're going to do is just turn stuff down. So we're going to go to the channel rack, switch this to all. It just starts turning stuff down, like the rain. Here's another trick. Go to your mixer. Go to your rain sample. We're going to pull up Parametric EQ2. And we're going to left click, drag this to a different shape, like this high pass shape. Left click these dots to make it sharper. And then get rid of some of the low end, because we don't need the low end of rain. And again, just turn stuff down. The rain can be very subtle. The reason rain is so good is because it's random. It doesn't distract you because there's so many different frequencies going on. You're not focusing on one frequency. That's why with the piano, you want it to be more blurred and more chord based and using harmony, because it's not focusing on one note at a time as much. This is more melodic piano, but okay, so we're not done. So now we're going to do the secret technique. Click here in the top left, go to channel settings, right click, go to edit in audio editor, right click where it says sample rate, or you could right click, go to format, edit properties. Either way works. And now we're going to go to where it says sample rate, and you could type in anywhere from 16,000 all the way down to 1,000, all the way down to 1 if you wanted to. But let's type in 1,000. Actually, let's type in 8,000. So we leave some of the harmonics there. Then hit resample. I put it on 16-bit. Hit accept. What this will do is take out some of the high end that's distracting us. And this creates this is the actual lo-fi effect, low fidelity effect, by lowering the sample rate. Okay, so now we can send that to the playlist as an audio clip. Let's do it with another loop just to show you. Let's take something really bright and just to show you what this sounds like. That's pretty bright, and this one's pretty bright. Okay, so let's drag this in just to show you. I just want to show you what that effect is doing so you can really hear it. Now that one's at 95 BPM, so we're going to pull everything back to 95. Now you see how everything just moved? I'm going to hit Control Z first, go to the top left of our rain sample, go to channel settings, and go to stretch mode. Okay, so that way it doesn't, you could also put it on auto, but we're not going to get into the weeds about why. Let's just pull this down to 95 BPM. And okay. We're going to do the same thing here. Go to the top left, go to channel settings, right click, go to edit in audio editor, right click the sample rate, or you can right click, go to format, edit properties. And let's knock this down to 8,000. Hit resample, 16-bit, hit accept. Now you still hear some high frequencies. Now I'm going to basically nuke the top end. So if you right click, switch this to 1,000 hertz and resample. you're barely going to hear any high end. So it doesn't distract you with all the high end frequencies. So here's before, just as a quick reference. Let me actually play these side by side so you can literally hear them. So let's do before and then after. So now we're on the before. Then I'll show you one more technique right after this. See how it just sits without distracting you so much? So here's the last thing, which is reverb. And reverb works so well because it's similar to white noise in that it's more washy sounding. It's more random. So you can pull up any reverb you want. Let's just use the Fruity Reverb 2. Let's pull the wet level to 100%. You can read the value in the top left. Turn the dry level down. You can mess with the stereo separation knob to the left to make it wider if you want. The key is the decay time, so pull that up. And we're going to cut out the lows here with the low cut and open up. Actually, we're going to cut the highs with the high cut as well. Okay. Add a little tiny pre-delay. And now we're going to send sounds to the reverb. So the reverb was on track 5. I know I'm moving a little bit quicker, but this is more for advanced folks. So the reverb is over here. Let's send this sound to the mixer. Let's pull up our new sound and send this to the mixer. So to send it to the mixer, go to the top left, go to channel settings, hit Control L to send that to the mixer. You can hit Alt left to move it around, Alt left or right. And now we're going to click on our sound and left click this up arrow at the bottom. So it sends a copy of the sound to the reverb. So if I hit play and stop, you can hear the tail of the reverb. That's another key to this sound, is having a reverb. So let's send the rain through the reverb. Oh, you know, we're hearing both. Sorry about that. Now it's super tucked and it feels like we're just in an environment as opposed to something blasting at us. It just feels like we're in somewhere. And it's the combination of all these effects. And this is what puts people in that kind of mental zone, because now they feel like they're surrounded by stuff. Trees, a forest. You could put birds in here to make it more natural. So this is the key on how to make lo-fi beats to study to. Now compare this sound to, whoops, I hit a button here, to this, which is very like in your face, distracts you. You know, it's hard to even like think, it's hard to hear your own voice in your head if you have stuff just jumping out at you. That's why this is a little more subtle, because now I can hear myself talking in my head if I wanted to. So those are the keys to how to make lo-fi beats to study to an FL. So smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell so you can get more of these video alerts. We have a lot of dope stuff coming out. And thank you. So what else I got to tell you? Oh, to get these loops, go to www.producercommunity.net. There's so many loops and so many free sounds over at the website. There's over 9,500 producers around the world on the platform. And so we're trying to grow. So I'm giving you a bunch of free stuff to incentivize you to hop over and join us. So it's absolutely free. Just go to www.producercommunity.net. Thank you. Peace.